Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Dunkerque, and it has finally happened. It has taken bloody ages, but Angel Zambrano has finally scored a goal in Ligue 1. I can't believe it, it's ridiculous. Just the two matches in between episodes then. Up first against St Etienne, a 1-0 victory here, given Lavelle with the goal, and then the magical moment on the 29th minute at home against Bordeaux in a 3-0 victory. Angel Zambrano finally scores a goal in league action. Lucas Divis and Hani Ali also getting on the score sheet, giving us a very good victory. Let's see the goal, because I know you're all gagging to see this goal, because I want to see it again. I genuinely don't even think it was a very good goal, but I don't care. The fact that he scored a goal in an actual match, in a football match, has made my day. So Katiba's ball in actually wasn't a terrible goal, was it? On his head, Franny Katiba with the assist. There you go. Angel Zambrano has scored a goal in the league. I mean, Lucas Divis did kind of outdo him, though, with his goal. We may as well watch the Hani Ali goal, shall we? Wasn't exactly special, was it? So yes, 2 matches in between episodes, 2 victories, 6 points, which means, somehow, we are second place in the table, and I'm not quite sure how that's happened. It is only on goal difference ahead of Lyon, but I think when we've been winning games, teams around us have been losing. Lens lost to Dijon there, which is obviously why they've dropped off. Nantes have been losing games as well for fun. They lost to Monaco. I don't know where Lyon lost. They must have lost at some point. Maybe it was a while ago and we just didn't notice. So yeah, we're the second best team in France once again. And now we have to go and play the best team in France. I just want them to lose a game, and I want us to be the team to prevent them from having an unbeaten season. I know last year we kind of screwed them over of their 100 points and 100 goals. This year, I want to screw them over from their unbeaten season. Right, so I feel like I've got a bit of explaining to do. Something's happened with our formation. I've only played this for one game against Bordeaux, and it was Given Lavelle was shifted up to be that right-sided midfielder. More because, if we actually look at Given Lavelle, he's okay, but he's a winger. He's not a wide midfielder at all. So I thought, you know what, let's make him a winger. And then thought, let's go the whole hog and actually play him as an actual winger. And I don't know how well he did on that right midfield. He got a 6.5. He didn't do great, did he? Maybe we just move him back, put him... Oh, that's what I did. You became a winger as well. Yeah, so I started playing these as wingers rather than wide midfielders. That's a thing that I changed, I remember now. It was like 2 days ago for me. Starting lineup then, we're going to go for the 4-4-2 Stormcaller with wingers rather than wide midfielders. In goal is Daniel Gerrit, who has been promised from first team football, as I mentioned in the last episode, I believe. It does mean Calvin Matuba, a little bit annoyed that he's not getting first team football. I kind of want to tell him just grow up, but I can't seem to do that at the moment. Abubakar Niare, Vondelay, Pokravac and Popov will be the back four with Hassan Kamara and Blanco in front. Given Lavelle and Georgi Ziodza will be the 2 wingers today. Jean-Pierre Lecomte will be partnering Angel Zambrano as the 2 strikers. Zambrano, his last rating was through the roof compared to his other ones. Hopefully he can do it again. Franny Katiba, by the way, is he's out suspended because he loves a booking, which is always great. And I feel like I should probably check the sub bench, because all I've done is say Yunus Kabul pick the subs bench. I think that's probably okay. We got 2 centre-backs, 3 centre-backs and a right-back. It's not okay, Stuart. That's an awful subs bench. Okay, all we've done is we have taken off the Ruben Becerra has come off the bench, and David Burkic has come on, because he gives us a lot of options. He can play defence midfield, he can play attacking midfield. I've played him on the wings a few times as well. Last time we played PSG, I think we drew, didn't we? Earlier on in the season, I'm pretty sure we drew with PSG. And they did play Kylian Mbappe as a right midfielder. He's 33, maybe 34 years old now. He is still absolutely ridiculous. So we're not going to underestimate him. That's the word. Monaco have taken an early lead against Nîmes, which does move them up to 5th place in the table. So far here in Paris, it's 0-0. And that's the amount of shots each. Mbappe's corner free kick comes in, and Jurika Prijic, or Jurassic Park as I want to call him, has just made it 1-0 to PSG. And I don't think we're going to get anything from this match now, are we? Niare with a throw, finds Given Lavelle, tries to cross it in but can't manage it, and now PSG can break. Mbappe, he's got no support, but the player of Mbappe's quality doesn't need support, and you stupid flipping idiot, it is going to be a penalty after we spend 26 minutes looking at the VAR. Here we go, is it a penalty? It's outside the box. Okay, it's not a penalty. Vanderlei pushed him outside the box. Good. Vanderlei is going to get himself a booking, though. Yes, he does. 25 minutes in, and it's not exactly a good game of football for either side. We have now just had a shot. It wasn't a highlight, but it was on target. It is still 0-0, however. Given Lavelle has taken a knock, he wants to come off. Right, maybe we do a big change at half-time. This is the type of match where I don't think we were going to win anyway, so we can maybe experiment in the second half, possibly. We're still in the first half. We're in the 51st minute of 42. 45, plus 2. That's why I got 42. We've now picked up an injury. Blanco has injured his groin, which is great. Ankovic isn't actually a defence midfielder, really, is he? He's an anchor man. Of course he is. He's called Ankovic. Actually, we're going to change things up now. We've not changed things up too much. I've basically gone for a 4-5-1, I guess. I've pushed up the wingers. They're both now inside forwards as well. Partially because I've seen a lot of people saying inside forwards are really good. I know Ziodza can't play as an inside forward. Given Lavelle can't really either. Kamara's going to play as a central midfielder on automatic? Sure, why not? I mean, we're going to lose to PSG anyway. It's also still not half-time. And completely forgot to mention the fact that Blanco has obviously come off injured. We have brought on David Burkic. It is half-time now, after I think that was 53 minutes of the first half. Going to give them an angry team talk. I'm not sympathising with them, like Yunus Kabul says. Just going to shout, because nobody is playing well at all, apart from, arguably, Daniel Gerrits in goal, and maybe the two central defenders on 6.7s. Honestly, not sure whether this formation is going to do anything at all. We are probably going to be opened up a hell of a lot more because we don't have our two defence midfielders sitting in front of the back four. So I expect we're probably going to lose this one 3-0. Corner for Mbappe. We are 10 minutes into the second half. Sergei's header is just over the bar. It is still 1-0. It's been an awful game of football so far. Free kick for David Burkic, and his effort goes over the bar. It's just clipped the top of it. 2 shots now we've had. Just 2 shots. Given Lavelle is on a 6.2. A 6.2. We're going to bring on Kaya. We've got one more sub to do, haven't we? Let's do Lecomte off for Koffei. Koffei needs a bit of football because he's just come back from his injury. That is all of our subs. Now, hopefully, we can get a highlight, maybe? Popov's on a 6.2 as well. Just about to enter the final 10 minutes. We've had 1 shot on target out of our 5, and I can guarantee you it wasn't Zambrano. So he's had 1 goal for us. That's all he's had. But we do have a highlight. Niare with the ball to Kaya into the area. He goes for goal, and Kaya has just made it 1-1. This formation is a revelation. It's not. It's really not. It hasn't been doing too well. But we are on level terms with PSG with just 7 or 8 minutes left to play. Super sub there, Kaya. I mean, he's the only person on the pitch who's really done anything good for us. There's a highlight for PSG. That is not good. De Ligt is there. The ball's gone in the back of the net. It's Wilfred Ndidi. The substitute has made it 2-1 to PSG very late on in the game. And that is really, really irritating. Particularly as up next we've got Barcelona in the Champions League, which we're probably going to be going out of. It is 90 minutes on the clock, so the match is an actual proper highlight here. What a shocking pass from Zambrano. I'll tell you what, the last match, he was my favourite player of all time. He scored a goal, I was over the moon for him. And now, against PSG, he's just decided to go back to his old ways. Zambrano again to Ziodza. First time we've actually had to say his name. Popov on that left-hand side, crosses in, doesn't do a very good job of it. And now PSG can potentially clear their lines. Pinto kicks clear, only as far as Niare, who's lost the ball, to Medina. And now PSG can break down that left-hand side. Vanderlei's getting himself a red card. This has been an absolute shambles of a match. This is exactly what we needed. We've gone and got Blanco injured, Vanderlei suspended, we've lost a match as well, we've used all of our subs. Kamara, you're going to be a central defender for a bit, you'll be fine. It's like a minute and a half maybe. Gerrits with a goal kick, there's 10 seconds left to play. Can't imagine that this is going to be a proper highlight. Niare forward to Kaya, the goal scorer, but unfortunately it has led to nothing. Zambrano has just been ran over by Sergei, and apparently that was a perfectly fine tackle for somebody on a yellow card to do. Vanderlei's one, not so much. It's a 2-1 defeat. We got a player sent off. We got probably a bad injury, I imagine, as well for Blanco. That was not a good match. Aggressively, I am far from pleased. Once again, Yunus Kabul appreciate their efforts. For what? What did they do? What did they do? Kai is demotivated, which is fair. He's the only one who actually did anything good. Well, 28 games into the Ligue 1 season, and we're now down into third place because Lyon have won their game and now are 3 points ahead of us. They've also beaten our goal difference as well, which means they won it rather well by the looks of it. Where are they? They were away from... Where are they? There. 2-0 victory against Montpellier. As long as we finish in the Champions League spots, I will be somewhat happy, I guess. Vanderlei is banned for 1 match. You can have a warning, and you're going to accept it. Blanco injured for 1 to 2 days. That's not an injury. That is not an injury. You just couldn't be bothered. Unexpected turn of events. Wasn't expecting this to happen in this episode at all, but we have our youth intake, and I have literally not clicked on any of these players. We've got every reason to be excited by Federico Ricci, who has the potential to be one of the most gifted players to come through the youth ranks at Dunkerque in recent years, and also a couple other players who've joined. Right, we're just going to go straight onto the team, and there's some 5 stars, or there's a 5-star. Saïd Bounou from France and Comoros, I believe. He's not bad, actually. I mean, he's got some decent physical stats. Could do with a bit of work in his mental. He is only 14 years old, however. Federico Ricci, oh my word, he looks filth. For a 40... Can I play it? Please tell me I'm allowed to play him in my first team. I mean, I'm going to try. I think he could be amazing. He could be, I mean, mentally not great. 6'3" at 14 years old. 14 years old and he's 6'3". Some of the lesser players then. Fred Omiyonga, not great, is he? Antoine, what's his face? He's got nice high determination, but that's about it. Marvin Limatri, not great either. Donovan's awful. Jeffrey O'Dules is awful as well. Yeah, I've just had a quick look through the rest of them, and no one really is any good, apart from the top 2. Jeremy Metz. It wasn't Jeremy Metz. I've missed Jeremy Metz. That's Jeremy Metz. He also looks bloody good. Only 14 years old. Loves a free kick. Only 12 free kicks, but he does love a free kick. Yeah, Jeremy Metz then, Saïd Bounou, and the guy who I've decided to throw into my first team, wherever he is, Federico Ricci. I'm just going to offer him a contract now, aren't I? 4-year deal, £60 a week. Bargain. This is most likely going to be a very abrupt end for our Champions League escapade, but we have managed to get to the Champions League knockout rounds. If you missed the last episode, you will have missed the fact that we did play our first leg against Barcelona, which we lost just 2-1, but obviously we were at home, so Barcelona have 2 away goals, which means we need to win by at least 2 goals here. We need to score 2, ideally 3, at the Nou Camp. Can't see it happening. We have reverted back to the normal 4-4-2 Stormcaller with wide midfielders on the wings, and also I realised as well I had wing-backs rather than full-backs for the last match as well, so we're back to normal. In goal is going to be Calvin Matupa for this match because Daniel Gerrit has picked up a slight knock, so he's not fit for this one. Abubakar Niare, Vanderlei, Pokravac and Popov will be the back 4. Divis and Kamara as the defensive midfielders, with Given Lavelle and Franny Katiba returning to the starting 11 on that left-hand side. Jean-Pierre Lecomte will be just behind Angel Zambrano, and I know I'm being stupid for constantly playing Zambrano, but I just believe that he is going to be world-class. I mean, just looking at his stats and ability at the moment, he's not far off from being world-class in my opinion. He just cannot score goals to save his life. 23 matches, 3 off the bench in the league, 1 goal. He also missed a penalty. I have just realised I didn't sort out the subs bench. So on the bench we've got Bakachi, Bakera, Ankovic, Vergara, Trivolgio, Blanco and Kofe. So it's not a terrible subs bench, although we don't technically have any wingers, which isn't good. Let's start quick, score 3 goals within the first 12 minutes, and then shut up shop for the rest of the match. That's the plan. And by that's the plan, the players don't know it, that's my plan in my head. Well, Zambrano so far has done one thing this match, and that's pick up a yellow card within the first 5 minutes. Free kick for Barcelona. Verbeek now with the ball. Borrega goes for goal, hits it just wide of the post, under 10 minutes on the clock. So far, Barcelona have had 5 shots, none on target. We've had no shots. Throw on for Popov deep in the Barcelona half. Headed clear, but Kamara collects it for us. Lucas Divis. Where is he going to go? He's going to play it off to the right-hand side. Given Lavelle. He needs some options. Back to Divis instead. Kamara and Divis. And now Lecomte. finds Franny Katiba, who gets tackled. Luckily, Pokravac is there to win the header, but Victor Bobson wins the header back for Barcelona. It's a great tackle. Now, Vanderlei, what are you going to do? Back to Matupa, who just lumps it upfield towards a Barcelona player, because I don't know why we decided. We had loads of opportunities there to do something with the ball, and instead, Barcelona are now going to have a chance. That could have been a penalty. Luckily, it wasn't, and we clear our lines. I feel like we do way too much passing around and not enough actually trying to score goals. It's a thing that I've seen a lot in football anyway, particularly with Southampton back in the last few years. We pass it around a lot, but never actually, shoot. And when we do shoot, it's normally from way too far out. With that in mind, if I do I work the ball into the box or hit crosses early? Because we do get a lot of crosses. Let's try hit crosses early, see if we can whip the ball into the box early and Zambrano can get on the end of it and score a hat-trick in this. We've had a decent number of shots, but most of them are long-range efforts. We've had 3, and now Zambrano's been injured. Throw on for Popov. We have got a couple of minutes to play in this first half. Crosses in from Barcelona, but the header is just wide of the post. It is going to be 0-0 at half-time unless something happens within the next 20 seconds or so, which it has not. So it is 0-0 at half-time. We're still in this game. We still do need to score 2 goals, however. Just going to get Yunus to do the team talk. What is up with Zambrano? Do we bring Zambrano off? He's got a potential knee injury. I mean, can I have a bit more information? Is it a bad knee injury? Is it a simple knee injury? How do we find these things out? Medical report. His heart. What? He's got a problem with his heart? That's not a good thing. Pulled pectoral muscle. It's not his heart, it's his pec. That's fine. I'm going to keep him on. It's probably a bad thing to do, but I'm going to keep him on for now because, let's face it, he's probably just as good injured as he is fully fit. Gonna do a show some passion, see if it fires anybody up. Given Lavelle in the last few matches has just been shocking. 6.5 in this one. Kessie to Bobson, back to Frank Kessie. He's going to cross it in. Vanderlei just got well underneath that and smashed it all the way up to Ter Stegen, who takes his time, smashes it straight back the other direction. Divis doesn't do anything, and Pokravac just heads it down to a Barcelona player. Pokravac to Matupa, who can just about clear it. We are playing so badly right now. So many misplaced passes, and Ahmed Allah has made it 1-0. It's 3-1 on aggregate, and that there is the final nail in the coffin, I think, for our Champions League match. I think we've made so many just misplaced passes in this match. That's our problem here. Even in highlights, we're just seeing a pass just getting lumped upfield, going to nobody. Martinez's throw finds Victor Bobson back to Martinez. Barcelona probably just going to lump the ball forward because apparently that's how they play nowadays. Running forward now, Abdullahi. He's going to run forward with loads of space. Ahmed Allah once again has made it 2-0, and we have been just torn apart there by simple Barcelona football. That was, wasn't it? Well, it's at this point where Abubakar Niari comes off and gets shot in the face, I think, because he's on a 6.2. Pokravac, misplaced headers, you're coming off. Asan Kamara's not doing much. Lecomte can come off for Kofei. All of our subs done on the 66th minute. We need to score 4 goals. We need to win 4-2 in the next half an hour. Not going to happen. Gonzalez with the corner for Barcelona. Baquera heads clear. Kofei heads further clear. And Zambrano just didn't want to close it down, and now he's decided to close Kessie down. He decided to close Kessie down when he was about 30 metres away from him, not when he was about 3 metres away from him. What logic? Where is the logic there? Not gonna lie, I'm very angry right now. I think I'm containing it, but I'm very angry. We have just done so badly in this match, so badly against PSG as well. We've deserved to lose these matches, and we probably should have lost them more, particularly the PSG one. Bobson's cross in, Sane is there, he's hit the bar, and it's gone off for a throw-on. There is a minute or so left to play, so not a lot is probably going to happen, although Barcelona do have an opportunity. Bobson to Kessie to Allah, crosses in, takes a deflection. It is going to be a corner. They have 30 seconds by the time this corner is going to be taken. 20 seconds. Gonzalez's corner comes in. It's headed clear. Given Lavelle. Apparently he's still on the pitch. Haven't had to say his name for the entire match, apart from when we had to slag him off because he was playing so badly. It is going to be a 2-0 defeat at the Nou Camp. Our Champions League dreams are over. Let's face it, they weren't really dreams, were they? Yeah, we were pretty bad in this one. Abubakar Niari, 5 mistakes. 5 mistakes. That is just appalling. Yunus Kabul says, shout at them. I will also say shout at them. Everyone is happy with that. And then you've said you're unlucky to the entire team. Eunice, you don't shout at people and then say, but you were unlucky. Literally, you've just said unlucky to everyone. I don't understand you, Eunice Kabul. I'm tempted to fire you. And with that defeat, we are obviously out of the Champions League. Lyon also out of the Champions League. They threw away a 3-1 lead against Chelsea to lose 5-1. The only French team left in the competition by the looks of it, because Monaco also went out to Bayern, is going to be PSG after beating Arsenal 2-0 away from home. Zambrano is out for 3 weeks. He's out for 3 weeks. Blanco, who actually had to get substituted, was out for a day and a half. Youth candidates have been evaluated. I believe that I might have made a mistake because I put him in the first team. I don't think he played for the youth candidates, did he? I don't think he actually. No, he didn't. So they still recommend signing him, which I'm going to do. I think my Bernard David will actually just offer contracts anyway. So he's going to sign Federico Ricci. He's going to sign this guy because we don't have many goalkeepers, which is fair enough. Jeremy Metz, who I think could be something a little bit special. Fred Omionga, who's not great. And Saeed Bounu, who is the Comaronian. That's not what he is. He's from Comoros. Comoran. It's not a Comaronian. I don't know what a Comaronian is. They're also going to sign all of these guys who aren't ever going to play for us. To be honest, most of those probably will never play for us either. We have also picked up £8.5 million for getting knocked out, which is good, and Pokravac reveals that I was angry and shouty at them. Well, that was a pretty poor episode, in my opinion. We played 2 games, admittedly, both away from home, both against very, very good teams. PSG and Barcelona, 2 defeats, just the 1 goal scored. Next up then, we are on the home straight until the end of the season. I'm thinking we might do Toulouse. No, we're not going to do that. We'll do Monaco and Toulouse, and then maybe Nantes and Caen, and then Lens and Rennes to finish off this season. It might even be a little bit quicker. I don't even know. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with Dunkerque. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I'll be back next time with just Ligue 1 action, because we're out of all the cup competitions. No, we're not. We're still in the Coupe de France. We'll probably get knocked out by Lyon in between episodes.